Okay, so here's a weird question. Have you ever scrolled through your feed for 20 minutes, put your phone down, and realized you literally cannot remember a single thing you just saw? It's like a digital blackout. Your brain isn't broken. By the way, it's just being colonized. In 2026, we're living through cognitive colonialism. Every pixel, every empathy bait headline is designed to harvest your focus before you even know you've given it. We're being fed a simulation of care, a pre-packaged emotional response that makes us feel engaged, while we're actually just hollowed out. We click sad on a tragedy and immediately check our own notification count. The eye is being replaced by an algorithm that knows what you'll feel next before you do. We're all ghosts in our own machines, posting live-in-the-moment quotes while checking our screen time stats. But what if there's a way to take back the territory? What if the most radical thing you could do today isn't caring more, but looking differently? We need to talk about a French philosopher who argued that attention isn't just a choice, it's a muscle. Let's go back to the root of the word attention. It comes from the Latin attendere, which means to stretch toward. It's not a mental chore or a task for your to-do list. It's a physical act of the soul. Imagine a predator freezing in the high grass, every fiber of its being stretched toward the slightest vibration. That is what Simone Weil called radical attention. She was this incredible philosopher who lived through the darkest parts of the 20th century, and she argued that most of us are just full, our heads are crowded with mental tabs, browser history, and noisy opinions. Weil says, true attention requires suspending your thought. It means being empty, detached, and ready to be penetrated by the object in front of you. Most of us are just reply guys to reality. We see a tree and immediately think that would look good with a filter. We see a friend and start calculating our response while they're still talking. Radical attention is turning off the smart settings. It's the manual focus in an AI autofocus world. It's the muscular effort of looking at something until it stops being a character in your story and starts being, well, real. It's uncomfortable, but it's the most freeing thing I've found all year. Now, here's the part that might make you a little uncomfortable. It certainly did for me. We're told that empathy, feeling what others feel, is the gold standard of being a good human, but Simone Weil and Iris Murdoch, they'd call that emotional plagiarism. Think about it. When you say, I feel your pain, are you actually seeing the other person? Or are you just looking at your own reflected trauma on their face? It's narcissism disguised as warmth. You're making their suffering about your feelings. Iris Murdoch, a brilliant novelist and philosopher, talked about something called unselfing. She used the example of a kestrel, a small hawk. Imagine you're caught up in your own resentments, just a mess of ego noise, and then you see a kestrel hovering in the sky. You look at it so intensely that the self just vanishes. There's nothing now but kestrel. That's the goal, to look at the world so hard that you forget you even exist. Because, let's be honest, yourself is basically just a noisy notification that never stops going off. To truly love someone isn't to relate to them. It's to delete yourself from the room and let them actually be seen for once. It's not about being warm, it's about being clear. So how do we actually do this in 2026? How do we stage a rebellion against the algorithm in our own living rooms? It starts with manual focus. Here's a challenge. The 5 details scan. Next time you're talking to someone, find 5 physical details you've never noticed before. The specific rhythm of their breathing, the way the light hits their iris, the fatigue in their posture. Don't mention them, just see them. Acknowledge them as a separate entity with a history, not just a tool for your convenience. Then, try the 3-second buffer. When someone finishes speaking, wait exactly 3 seconds before you say a word. In those 3 seconds, you'll realize that your ready-made response was just your ego waiting its turn. Let that script die. Finally, look at a mundane object, a stapler, a cracked mug, for 5 minutes. Watch how it stops being a tool and becomes this strange, alien thing with its own weird dignity. This isn't a self-help hack. It's a survival tactic. Reclaiming your attention isn't about productivity. It's the only way to prove you actually exist in a world that wants to turn you into a data point. We live in an era where being present is the only thing the algorithm can't tax. Attention is the new currency, and everyone is trying to spend yours for you. But radical attention is a gift you give to the world and to yourself. It's the only way to escape the echo chamber of your own ego. I want to leave you with one haunting question. If you weren't performing for a ghost audience, if there were no likes, no followers, no social signaling, who would actually be in the room right now? Stop trying to relate. Stop trying to feel. Just start trying to see. Because once you truly see the world, you might realize you were never the center of it anyway. Radical attention is the only way to escape the prison of yourself. And honestly, that's the most radical rebellion there is.